Welcome back, everybody that is a returning subscriber. And those of you that are new, welcome to this platform. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I am the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. And I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. Okay, so this is actually a love reading. What we're going to do first is we're going to call in the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. And we're asking that they, along with our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, please put a shield of protective light around us during this reading, both before and afterwards. And please help cleanse our energy of any impurity. We're also calling in our spiritual team of highest light and resonance and the archangels, specifically Archangel Michael, to protect us and shield us from anything that would not benefit our soul to go through, any negative, unjustified karma. We're also asking that we continue to be blessed and that this platform and the other platform are continually made to prosper. And thank you, God, for everything that you already do and for everything that you have done. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Ascended Masters. Okay. And thank you, Cupid, because the energy of Cupid is here, which I love. So it's very important for you guys to like the video. If I continue to say, please like the video, please don't be frustrated with me. It's just, I don't know when new people are coming into the video. So it's important that we like the video so we can share this message. And if you have like-minded people, in your life, you may want to consider sharing this message with them. Anybody that you think that it would benefit, basically. Okay. All right. So we're going to see what is what. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes no copywriting, no evil eyes, no gatekeeping, no shadow banning, and no energy harvesting, and no witchcraft. Okay, now that that's said, we're going to see what comes out with the dice. 3. So there could be something emotionally that you have just recently mastered. Again, I will be reading the description out of this book. Like there's this lady called Doreen Virtue. Okay, she used to create spiritual decks, and her decks are seriously some of the best oracle and tarot card decks that are out there. She no longer does that. Nobody has really stepped up in her place that could take her place, but she became like a Christian and now thinks that, I don't know, angels and dragons and stuff are evil. I don't know what it is, but that's her business. But anyways, so if you're wondering, this is what is it called? The Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. We're going to start with this deck. We're going to get 3 cards just to start from. You know what I feel like doing? Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make 3 piles. Okay. So whichever pile you're drawn to, we're going to talk about the first pile, then the second pile, then the third pile. But we've got 3 right here. So whichever pile you feel drawn to is going to be part of your message, okay? I'm sure that all 3 of these will have to do with one another. But let's see for pile 1. The energy. Keep an open mind. So your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Honestly, this is very wise advice. Welcome in, Sharon. Welcome in, Fashionista. This is very wise advice. So keep an open mind. We're going to draw 3 cards from this deck. Actually, I'm going to read the keep an open mind because it's probably going to talk about, is this alphabetical? It is. Thank goodness. It says, I just think that this is so funny. I was just talking about Cupid. Look at who is that right there? That's Cupid flying above these people. It says the romance angel sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may differ from what you expect. That could be in physical, like maybe you're into, I don't know, eyes, blue eyes and black hair. I don't know. I just pulled that randomly, but like maybe you have a certain type. This person could have blue eyes and blonde hair. So there could be a little bit of a difference from what you're usually used to. Or if you've been only with white men, this could be a melanated man that you find very attractive. So again, I think that men of all skin color are attractive men of every race. So, it may differ from your normal, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be just as good, if not better. So it says that you drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card may signal that you have already been introduced to this person, but have overlooked his or her romantic potential. Interesting. It says take the time to get to know the various individuals that you meet. Even if there isn't an initial attraction, at the very least, you will learn more about yourself and make a new friend. And I completely do agree with that. Like completely. Because sometimes we will mentally put somebody in the friend zone and it shuts off that part of our mind of looking at them as being anything more than that. Okay, so if you were drawn to pile 1, it's telling you to keep an open mind. We're going to get 3 cards. Reconciliation. So this could be somebody that you do know. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, usually people from the past are not a good thing, but I don't get a bad feeling from this. This may be somebody from your very distant past, like literally childhood or something. Reconciliation is a good thing. No matter what the circumstances are, it's still a positive action. And it's, it resolves issues when you reconcile. So let's see, R. There we go. So this card indicates that an ex-lover may be re-entering your life. The first person you think of is likely who it will be. The purpose of this reconciliation is to achieve healing and closure with respect to your past. You will understand more about yourself and see your relationship patterns more clearly. You also take responsibility for the role that you played in the relationship's drama, which will free you from any tyranny of unforgiveness. That's interesting how they use the word tyranny with unforgiveness. Reconciliations are ultimately about taking care of unfinished business. This card could also possibly mean making peace with a family member or friend. Each relationship is a sacred learning experience, so be open to this reunion's lessons and blessings. Ultimately, all healing will help your love life improve and every part of your world along with it. So we're going to get one more card from this for pile 1. Very soon. So like I said, love is in the air. This is happening very soon. Sooner than you might be ready for. But the thing is that the universe knows when you're ready to move forward. And so I don't think there's any accidents when people come in and this type of energy comes up. I feel like it's definitely divine planning. And it's not something that you need to be afraid of. Okay. Very soon, it says this card asks you, what do you want? And demands very clear and specific answers. Just like putting in your order at a restaurant, the universe has been listening to your thoughts and feelings about your love life and has brought you what you've asked for. When you complain about what's served to you, it's only because you placed an unclear order. So remember, if this is not something that you want, that you need to reorder from the universe. And you can do that by writing down all of the things that you would want in a lover and keeping that paper close to your heart or keeping it on your fridge so that you look at it. It says as soon as you are perfectly straightforward about what it is that you desire, it comes to you upon the wings of the angels in an instant. More Cupid energy. You drew this card because it's time for you to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate your requests with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make decisions for yourself about what's best for you. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to do pile number 2. So if you're drawn to pile number 2, this could be your love situation. The number 4, talking about stability, a foundation, the 4 directions, the 4, what are the things in the pentagrams? They're like elements, earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Okay, that is 4. Let's see what pile 2 says. Calling in your soulmate. I love this. Look at, she's manifesting with Cupid right there. That is adorable. Okay. So it says your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. It says you, like everyone, have soulmates, and these are the people with whom you've shared time in heaven and in other lives. You made a soul agreement to meet in this lifetime for the spiritual and mutual purpose of spiritual growth. It says that you have many such agreements with various people who are all your soulmates. They include friends, family members, coworkers, and romantic partners. This card guides you to actively call in your romantic soulmate into your life so that you can do this through prayer, affirmations, and visualizations. It also means working on yourself so that you epitomize the qualities that you're seeking in a partner. For instance, if you desire significant others who's got a great sense of humor, develop that within yourself. Like attracts like, which is the part of calling in your soulmate. I love that. And actually, that's absolutely true. When you become the traits and qualities that you want to see in another person, that other person will manifest because you already have it within you. And that is like, if I could tell you guys how to manifest without having to do witchcraft, is by going within and working on yourself, becoming that version of yourself that would want a romantic partnership and be open to that. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. More Cupid energy. I mean, I'm really not surprised, but I do like this energy for you guys. So passion. You know, passion is a very important part of the relationship when it comes to sexuality. Says that your prayers for great love have been heard and answered, and it all begins with you. You have the power to revive passion in your life. In fact, no one can bring it to you but you. This card, this is reiterating exactly what this other card just said about creating it within yourself. This card guides you to seek that which brings you great joy, such as a hobby, cause, or special activity. Anything that stirs your heart with joy will help passion bubble forth and positively flow into your romantic life. The romance angels say that having a passion for life itself is a requisite foundation for feeling passion in your love life. This means enjoying the moment completely, and when you do so with your partner, you can inspire him or her to romantically participate with you. If you are presently single, you can definitely enjoy passion in your activities and hobbies. And who knows, such pursuits may provide an opportunity to meet a wonderful partner who shares in the same passions. I always think that, you know, people want the best relationships are people that share a passion together. 555. I love it. That's such good change coming in, you guys. Beautiful energy. Says release your ex. Okay. So I think everybody could probably benefit from this lesson of releasing your ex, right? Because holding on to grief, trauma, drama, pain, none of that is really helping, right? So the time has come to clear your energy, and it is time to clear your energy of this person. It says you drew this card because your love life will improve once you emotionally and energetically release your ex-lover. The benefits of doing so include increased happiness, feelings of freedom, and the ability to attract a new lover who would otherwise sense the presence of your ex in your aura. The moment that you make the decision to let go of the past, it is done. Sometimes this is akin to the peeling of layers from an onion. And I talked about that in a reading yesterday. I don't know if it was on this platform or the other one. So continue releasing your ex whenever familiar feelings arise, or you'll find yourself attracting people reminiscent of him or her. And that's not what we want, right? So as the painting on this card depicts, you may want to ceremonially burn a letter to release the old relationship energy and symbolically let go of old feelings. Or you can call upon the romance angels to clear lingering attachments to our ex. We call upon romance angels to clear lingering attachments to any exes, whether that's hatred or love, right? Because we don't want to be recreating a, pattern with an old person from the past. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Interesting. I like it. Says the stirrings within your heart represent the song of romance calling to you. This card comes to you as guidance to follow the pathway of those feelings. Perhaps you've met someone who made your heart leap and you wondered whether to pursue him or her. Well, this card says that the answer is yes. Take action by flirting, asking the person out on a date, or making your feelings known. If you've recently been longing for more romance in your life, this card can signal for you to take charge of making things happen. You can romance yourself by, for example, treating yourself to a luxurious massage or pedicure, buying yourself presents, or watching a romantic movie. You can also actively pursue and attract romance. First, affirm that it is already inside you. A partner definitely brings these feelings to the surface. You can also add rose petals to your bath water. Okay, it says that the more you affirm, I am romantically loved, the more you attract this condition within yourself and through a relationship. In some cases, you'll receive this card as a signal that you are ready for a new relationship. And after releasing your ex, you will be ready for a new relationship. In some cases, you'll receive this card as a signal that you're ready for a new relationship. It then guides you to take action, such as being aware of the people you meet, who may be potential partners, as well as frequently visited places where such potential partners may be, in there. And it talks about hobbies, events, and stuff like that. So that is the information for the deck number 2. 4, again, a foundation, stability. So let's see if you chose deck number 3. And again, all 3 of these readings, like if you were attracted to all 3 of them, all 3 of them are for you. Okay. Attraction. What did I just say? If you're attracted to all 3 of these, all 3 of these are for you. I don't mean to laugh, but that is hilarious. Like, seriously. It says you can attract a romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Like a good friend, the romance angels, they are good friends, send you this card to tell you the truth. The best way to have more romance in your life is through attraction rather than through strenuous effort. You are the most attractive when you're fully enjoying yourself in the present. Your joyful laughter, self-expression, and body language are beautiful. In contrast, any stress you experience as you strain to find romance pushes against basically your experience. But the stream of your life. Strain comes from a place of fear with an underlying worry. Maybe I won't receive this. That fear then attracts the very thing that you're worrying about. Stress creates wrinkles, bodily tension, a constricted voice, and other unattractive characteristics. So go smell a rose and fully enjoy the fragrant beauty. Allow yourself to the simple pleasures that lead to great joy. Affirm frequently that you are loved and lovable, because you guys truly are. Whether you think you're attractive or not, there will be somebody that is attracted to you. Okay. And I guarantee that you guys are not ugly. So let go of that. Somebody needs to let go of that fear or thought. Or if it's about weight, whatever it is, you're very attractive the way you are. It says, affirm frequently that you are loved and lovable. Yes. Visualize a wonderful romantic relationship with a great partner. Take excellent care of yourself and follow your inner guidance. Via the law of attraction, you'll draw romantic love to you through your own attractive nature, which is absolutely true. You know what's really attractive? When people love themselves. That's very attractive. Wedding. Oh my gosh. So somebody could be thinking about a wedding. I think this picture is like so funny. This situation involves marriage. Okay, some of you could be like, no, I was already married once. I don't want to get married again. For some reason, if you chose deck number 3 or card number 3, basically, you could be attracting in a wedding. There's nothing wrong with marriage. Okay, I do feel like people, some people can get married when they're young and they stay together forever. Some people, they go through quite a few marriages to get it right. There's nothing wrong with marriage. It may not be for me. It may not be for other people, but for you, it may be something that you want to consider. A lot of you are very good at having long-term relationships. You're very loyal people. And I do pick up that that whether it's this deck, this one, or this one, you're all very loyal people. It says you drew this card because of an upcoming wedding, your own or someone else's. Yeah, if you've been invited to a wedding, you may meet somebody that you're very attracted to there. It says it comes to you because marriage plays a role in the answer to your question. For some people, this card could be a validation that you will get married and asks you to keep the faith and continue enjoying your life without worry about your future or marital status. Some people just get married for status, but those are the people that are the most unhappy. Marry someone because you want to spend the rest of your life with them, and you can't fathom thinking about life, living life without them. That's the only reason that anybody should ever get married. Queen of content. Welcome in, Sunrise Jesus. So that's what I truly believe, is that if you find somebody and you just want to eat them up, you just want to be with them forever, then that would be the time that you think about getting married. And for some people, being in a long-term, what is it called when you're you live with somebody for a long time, you're in a relationship with them. It's common law marriage. It could be that as well. So don't be turned off by the marriage card, basically was what I'm saying. For some people, this card could be validation you will get married. So if you're worried, know that this is validation. This is saying for others, this card will tell you that you'll meet a significant other at an upcoming wedding or experience something there that will lead you to new romance for you. It can also represent your parents' marriage and the way it affected your feelings and beliefs about relationships. Do not try to judge your marriage life compared to what your parents went through. Okay? Just don't do that, because you're not your parents, and you're not an extension of them either. So it says that that may be something that you want to look at. If your parents got divorced and it really was difficult for you, again, I apologize if any of you have been through that. That is not something that is something that would be very hard to go through, to have parents that split up. So it says, in a few cases, this card asks you to look at your present and past marriages and review your feelings with the intention of healing your heart and your relationships. Perhaps it's time to enlist a marital counselor. That's what they're called. I didn't know that. To help you both sort out how you feel. And sometimes this card can signal the end of a marriage, in which case the angels support everyone involved as you come to an understanding about the experience and renew your heart's willingness to love. And I don't think that you should look bad at people that get divorced, because it's just unrealistic for every couple to stay together forever when they come together and they're at different parts of their life, right? People go through change, but if they don't grow together, then they grow apart. New love. Look at this, you guys. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. You could not even be aware of this person yet. Look, more Cupid in the background there. So literally, I feel like somebody's Cupid's getting involved. And not the dark side of Cupid, because there is a dark side of Cupid, but Cupid is really, really handsome. And he's not a little angel. He's like the size of bigger than a grown man. But with wings, very attractive. And of course he would be. He's the son of Aphrodite. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So romance angels have sent you this card like a Valentine's Day greeting, signaling the introduction of someone new into your love life. Perhaps you have recently met this person and your interest was piggied. This card validates that your connection was mutual and real. It is safe for you to explore it, and the romance angels will guide your actions accordingly. You can always put it to test by asking the universe to give you a sign. You know what I mean? Cohabitation. Yes, make sure you guys like the video. So it says, of course, if you're already in a committed relationship, you will want to consult your angels and perhaps a counselor or other trusted person to get insight into your feelings. While running into the arms of a suitor may sound passionate, the reality of guilt over the affair would soon weigh heavily upon you. That's in general for anybody, but you guys are very loyal people. So it may be, you guys may find that it's hard to walk away from people because you're so loyal, but you just need to put yourself first. It says it's better to confront the issues within your present relationship that left your emotional doors open for someone else. This card can also mean that you'll soon meet a new person. In these cases, the romance angels are asking you to keep the faith that love is in your cards. You deserve love and you are lovable. Continue to affirm that. The angels guide you to be aware, as you never know when your partner will arrive. Honeymoon, marriage, wedding, honeymoon. I love this energy for you guys. Like, seriously, that makes me so happy. Wow. It says that this card indicates, now there is a hotel in Vegas that has these little boat things. It's called the Venetian. There may be something significant about that hotel. Maybe you guys will go to Vegas for your honeymoon, or there may be something significant about that. It says, and the hotel is just gorgeous. I mean, it's one of the prettiest that they have there. I think that Caesar's Palace is probably the prettiest, but you know, it's a very romantic setting, to say the least. So it says this card indicates the need for a getaway to nurture romantic love. The specific application of this message depends upon the person who is inquiring. For some, this card has a literal meaning. You are going away with your new spouse following your wedding. For those already in a long-time partnership, this card speaks to reigniting the spark by taking a romantic holiday. It can also relate, confirmation to the honeymoon period in a new relationship. New love, honeymoon, yes. And for still others, this card indicates that you will meet someone special while on a vacation. So if you were thinking about taking that trip, take that trip. If you are thinking about this new love, go for that new love. I think all of these cards that we talked about today could definitely point to, you know, you healing something. For some of you, if you had to release your ex, that was the thing that was holding you back. For some of you, if you haven't been loving yourself or feeling worthy of love, that was the thing that needed to be released. Either way, these romance angels are here to help you so that you can manifest the love life that you truly do deserve and desire. And you guys are worthy of it. Continually tell yourselves that you're worthy of love, because that is the honest to God truth. You really, really are. In fact, all people are worthy of being loved. And starting a new relationship can be scary, but it's also very invigorating and it's very fun. And so remember, like, just live your life in the now moment, enjoy yourself, and stay aware, because this person could come in at any time, literally, and sweep you off your feet. And I feel that Cupid is in the air because you could have shut down your love life, just like been like, nah, I'm not accepting anything in, or you guys could be celibate. And so Cupid is coming in to say, no, reopen that door to love, whether it's one from the past or a current door that's going to bring in a new partner. So we're going to use the Twin Flame Tarot for everybody, all, whether you picked the first deck of cards, the second stack, or the third stack. And we're going to see what we need to know about love in general and twin flame partnerships. Being aware of what it is that you desire. I mean, sometimes we don't become aware of what we want and need in our love life until we see it, right? By like inspiration. And sometimes we don't become aware until we ask ourselves, what is it we want? The Seven of Wands, it says defending yourself, protecting, and standing your ground. So, you know, you could have felt like in the past that you had to defend yourself from partners. Maybe this person from the past was a Knight of Pentacles, somebody that was practical and reliable. I don't know why there's a snail on that card. Snails gross me out. But this practical and reliable, slow and steady energy, that's why, because snails move really slow, committed and patient and conservative. You know, there could have been somebody from the past that you had to defend yourself from, but I wouldn't stay in that defensive energy for long, because you're wanting to attract in either a lover that's compatible, a twin flame union. And if you are feeling wounded because you had to defend yourself or stand your ground or put up boundaries, just know that those boundaries, even though they were with somebody from the past, putting up those boundaries with somebody in the past, that those boundaries still stand for the present and future relationship. Okay. So don't take away any boundaries you put up just because you end up coming into contact with somebody that's not going to hurt you. Still have those boundaries, because boundaries keep your relationship with yourself healthy. And the divine does have a bigger plan for you guys. 8 of Wands, fast movement, quick decision, sudden progress. Like I said, this love is coming in quick. It's coming in quick. And so that's why, you're not going to have to defend yourself in this new relationship, or whoever you're with now that's your current partner. This person from the past, they could have had it out for you out of jealousy or envy or something like that. Or maybe they were very in liminence, let me get a definition of liminence, because there's another word that I want to use. Infatuated, that's what it is. Liminence. This person could have been very much in liminence. Liminence definition. Luminance, no. Limerence. Is a limerence? It's limerence. I don't know how to spell it though. There we go. I got it. The state of being infatuated, like I was just saying, or obsessed with another person. This person from your past could have been in limerence with you. Typically characterized by a strong desire for reciprocation of one's feeling, but not primarily for a sexual relationship, even though you guys could have had a sexual relationship. This is still telling you, though, that there's going to be fast movement when it comes towards your love life. I feel like something is coming in the month of November. It could be that you get invited to a wedding, you get invited to a party, you go out, and maybe you go to like a charity event or something like that. Like you're going to be meeting somebody, and it's going to be very fast moving relationship. It's not going to be like this past slow and steady stuff. Ace of Wands, creativity and passion, new initiative and inspiration. You literally may be at something like, let's say it's like a fair for a hobby that you like. Literally, you could literally meet this person at some type of fair or charity event or church or something like that, for those of you that do go to church. And again, you want to keep into your thoughts that basically you want somebody that aligns with your way of thinking and your way of living. Not that having differences is not okay, but it's just easier when you guys are all on the same page with the person that you're with, right? Whether that be spirituality wise, religious wise, whatever it is that you're into. There is no wrong answer, okay? But every experience that you have will be a learning experience that you can take things from so that you can learn and grow with the next relationship. So it's like one relationship leads to the evolution of another. And this is a lot of passion coming in here. Ace of Pentacles, look at this. So if you were worried about like attracting somebody like this person from the past that maybe didn't have a whole lot of financial stability, or maybe they had a lot of child support payments, or maybe they just didn't like to spend money, or they were greedy, or whatever it is. I mean, I felt like this person was more greedy for your time and energy than for finances, but they could have been a little bit like moochy, living off of you, not wanting to pay for things. This new person is bringing in new financial opportunities for you, which could be abundance, prosperity, security, and stability. It could also be somebody coming in with a business that, that is something that you're into, like that you're very passionate about. So you may meet this person in a way that has to do with finances, or when you get with this person, you're going to realize like, oh, this person, their pennies come from heaven. Whatever it is that their business does, it's very successful. and it'll offer you an opportunity to work with this person if you want to. And if you don't want to, then to reap the rewards of this person's work. Not in a way of like draining their finances, but it is to say that this person is very generous. They're very kind-hearted. They love to share with others, and they'll be excited about sharing their life with you and their resources. The Hermit. This person could be somebody that is a little bit hermit mode. There's nothing wrong with being with a hermit. Now, Khonshu, is Khonshu married? Khonshu is definitely a hermit. He's like a hermit that yes, Khonshu was married. He was. In different traditions, the god Khonshu has multiple wives, including Becket. Wow. And Hathor was a consort for creation. Interesting. I've never heard of the goddess Becket, so I'm just looking it up. We'll put in Egyptian and see if it pulls anything up. I mean, I've never heard of this goddess before, so let's see. No, they're saying Bastet, but it seriously said Becket, B-A-K-E-T. So interesting. I'll have to look into that and see, who Becket is. But Bastet, the Bast, she is like a black-headed goddess, like a black-headed cat. Okay, let's see this. Whoa. Okay, so there is a goddess that's called Becket, but it's the goddess of like the bakery. That's really random. Wow. Interesting. So basically it's like the goddess of like the harvest and bread, which was probably a very important part of Egyptian life, was having bread, right? Even if it was unleavened bread. So yeah, so being there may be something significant about Khonshu to some of you. But yeah, this self-reflection, introspection, and solitude, this person may not have a whole lot of people in their life. Don't judge them for that, because if you're the same way and you've been in hermit mode for a while, this person also is reflecting that. The Fool. Now, the Fool energy could be about somebody that's unaware, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. This talks about freedom, possibility, and adventure, going on a new adventure, it's basically, the Fool is this card 0 in tarot. So it represents the beginning of something, and the God force possibility. So yeah, you may be pulling this person out of hermit mode, and so be gentle with them, because it may take them a little bit of work on themselves to get out of staying to themselves, if that makes sense. King of Swords. This person will be very morally in the upright. They're logical, analytically, emotionally detached, strict, and serious. This person could have a lot of authority in the spiritual realm and in the physical realm. So he's showing up as the King of Swords, somebody that defends those that are in a weaker position. He may be like an activist or a philanthropist, or he just may be very generous. This person is somebody that actually has power and authority to defend those that are in a weaker position. This person also likes to look ahead, With the Three of Wands, confidence and foresight. They may live by the beach, but they don't have to. But like literally, they have a very strong intuition. They like to look ahead and they like to be prepared. So this is a type of person that doesn't like walk blindly into situations. They want to know what they're getting themselves into, which I think is actually a positive trait. The Six of Pentacles, this person, like I said, with the Ace of Pentacles is very, very generous. They're very, very, their love language could be giving gifts. It could be generosity with their time, charity, support, sharing, giving and receiving, fairness and gratitude. This person loves justice. They love when things are just and fair for people. And I'm seeing the Lovers here. This person is definitely a twin flame energy coming in, which means they're going to help you balance out your energy and they're going to help you spiritually evolve. I'm also seeing the Two of Cups here, which is a definite love offer that will be coming in. Soulmates and unity, close bond and spiritual connection. You've definitely been connected to this person in a previous lifetime. This person is not confused about when it comes to what they want. Welcome in, Shaman Maria. Oh, you were at the beach earlier today. Good for you. Good for you. The beach is such a healing place. The Eight of Pentacles. Look, this person's going to be very dedicated, very committed. They'll put in the work and they'll put in the effort to make this love union last. So, you know, again, and if you're a masculine energy, just take the gender out of tarot. You can look at this King of Swords as being like a Queen of Swords. Oh, well, not actually as a Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is somebody who's been hurt, that like the King of Pentacles. So when we have the Eight of Pentacles, this person's very dedicated to their job. They could be a judge, a lawyer, somebody that's in a field that helps people who are in need. This King of Pentacles just popped out. Abundance and prosperity, security and stability, protective and provider, reliable, and somebody that's a father. So be very clear when you are manifesting and working with the love angels and with Cupid. Be very clear. If you have a boundary where you don't like children, be very clear to express that, okay? And I'm not saying don't like children. That probably came out wrong. But like, if you don't want to date a man that has children, make sure that you clarify that when you're asking the universe for a person or a man or a woman. Does that make sense? And either way, like for some of you, you may voice that you don't want somebody that has children, but then you could end up meeting somebody that is a phenomenal person, and then you fall in love with their children as well. Okay. When I was married, I loved the stepdaughter more than I loved the person I was married to, which is unhealthy. But, you know, I was somebody that was like, oh, I don't want children and blah, blah, blah. And it's, you know, it's just my own preference, right? Knight of Wands. Yeah. This person from the past was very impulsive and immature, hot-tempered and rebellious. They could have been a bit charming, but, you've broken some type of cycle with manifesting people that are in like that energy. I do feel like you guys will get your wishes granted. You just got to make a wish. The Four of Pentacles. This person from your past, you know, they were very possessive, very karmic. You basically had to defend yourself by putting up boundaries against that other person. But that's okay. You know, the limits and the hoarding and holding and insecurity and stingy attitude that this person had, you know, that's not something that everybody will have. And so this new person, just don't project your fears of the past onto this new person, because this new person is not like that. The King of Wands, leadership and visions. This person could be very much bold and daring, big ego and optimism. I do feel like this person that you meet will be very optimistic about the future rather than this other person that you had been with who was pessimistic. The Magician, this person doesn't even need to do magic. They are magical, just like you are. Manifestation, willpower, and resourceful. This person also knows how to get their crown out of the mud. They definitely have some type of position of power, or they have authority over some type of something. This person will help you manifest the life that you desire. Wheel of Fortune, like seriously. They don't have to do magic like at all to be magical. And I love that about this person. They're part of your fate, positive changes, cycles, and changes, right? Which talks about how this other person who is not part of your future, how they're not part of your destiny. The Star, look at this. I don't know if this person will be a star, but I do know that you guys hold the energy of star. And the hope and healing, inspiration and faith, positivity and wish. I love that. And I was just saying, make a wish, literally. Yeah. This person's a real catch. There was this movie that was called, I'm pretty sure it's called Something About Polly. It's got Ben Stiller in it. Let me just look and make sure. Oh, I think it's called Along Came Polly. Let me see. It is. It's called Along Came Polly. Okay, I'm going to type it in the chat. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it for you, but you will love this video, this movie. It's got Jennifer Aniston, I don't know if I spelled that name, Aniston, and Ben Stiller in it. And it's basically a romantic comedy. And it is very funny. Okay. But the whole thing is basically Polly is somebody who's very adventurous, who likes to take risks and stuff like that, and is very passionate about different things. She doesn't stay in the same place for too long, that type of thing. She doesn't keep the same job for too long. And she meets Ben Stiller and they end up kind of falling for each other. But Ben Stiller's job is to be like an insurance, yeah, with the ferret. Oh my gosh, so funny. So Ben Stiller's job is to be like somebody that assesses life insurance. So they have to like look at all of the risks that somebody takes, like in their life. Like, do they wash their hands after going to the bathroom? Like just little things like that. And he sees that everything that Polly does goes against what his job is and what he believes and stuff like that. But he ends up loving her anyways. And it's just a really good story, about boundaries and about respect and about love and relationships and being like-minded. And so she ends up changing the way that he looks at things. And so he ends up approving more and more. Like, you'll just have to watch the movie. I don't want to spoil the whole part for you, but there will be definite downloads in that movie about this situation and this person. To not judge a book by its cover. Page of Cups, literally. Dreamer and naive, innocence, inner child, head in the clouds. This is going to heal a major part of you that was wounded by this person from the past. Not that you need another person to heal yourself, because you don't. It's just the side effect, like the butterfly effect of you getting with this person will end up healing your life. Okay. All right. Let's get one more. Yeah, I get a really good vibration from this person. They're definitely somebody that functions from love. So when you meet this person, this Five of Wands is not to freak you out, but there may be somebody that wants to compete with you for this person. So when you meet them, keep them kind of to yourself for a while. Don't post them on social media. Don't tell the world. Don't scream it from the rooftops, because there may be somebody else that also wants this person. Like I said, they're a hot commodity. They're like, they're somebody that a lot of different people would want to be with because of their social status, their power, their authority, their finances. Yeah. Just you be your Queen of Cups self, compassionate and warmth, healer, intuition, supportive healer. Because literally this person just like you came out of a relationship that was possessive and karmic and weird, this person could be getting away from something like that as well. And there could be somebody that does end up wanting to compete with you for this person, but like you can't compete where you don't compare. And where you're a Queen of Cups, you know, that's a nurturer, that's an intuitive being, somebody that loves others and wants to see them prosper. You know, you're going to help this person heal from wounds, and they're going to help you heal from wounds. And both of you guys will be very successful together. So I really like it. You'll maybe want to look at that movie if you haven't seen it. You'll definitely want to see Along Came Polly, because it's just such a great movie. And, you know, get in the mood of being romantic again. If you feel like you've had some time passed since this person from your past, do not think, like, I want you guys to not, truly do not believe that you will manifest another person like this person from the past, because that's not going to happen. That was a stepping stone and a learning situation that you had to go through for you to basically attract in this new person. So don't be afraid to have new experiences, to try new things, and to go new places and meet new people, because that's how this is going to happen. It's not going to be from you sitting at home by yourself, right? So if you go to that wedding you get invited to, go to that social event, go to that charity meeting, go to that whatever it is that you are passionate about, because you're going to find somebody there that's also passionate and who is very giving. And I think it's time for you guys to attract in a mate that is actually worthy of you guys and your time. Okay. All right, you guys, I hope that this message helped you guys. Please like this video, tap that notification bell, and make sure you're subscribed. Okay. So that you don't miss out on any future messages that Spirit has for you. But know that I love you. Know that God loves you. Know that I believe in you. Know that God believes in you. Know that Cupid is in the air around you. So now is the time to allow that love within you to reach outside of you and to go into every part of your life. Okay. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I'm giving you air hugs and lots of love. Make sure you support by liking, sharing, subscribing, and tap that notification bell. All that good stuff really helps this channel move forward. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful day. God bless.